Alright. I just heard it. It's like a blast furnace in there, and then I just heard it shut off. Now, I've been in this position 3 times on a much better day. This is the point where I usually get giddy. Right now we got a temperature inside of about 238. It's 101, so we're 1 hour into the Stoker burn and about 30 minutes in the process, because when I started this process I had to light everything. I've got everything hooked up. I just heard the Stoker start again. You can see that all my valves are shut off. I have chosen the worst possible day for any of this. It's cold, it's wet, even though I've got the Stoker protected, and it's windy, very, very, very windy out here. So if ever there was a test of whether my unit was going to need 2 blowers, 2 25 cubic foot blowers, as some people suggest, this would be the day. This will be the 3rd blower I've gone through with my Stoker. And it usually fails for some reason around 2 hours. So right now everything's going according to plan. But I've been here before and been very, very pleased with the performance, and then somehow it knocks out. We don't know why. But maybe Rocket figured it out this 3rd time. I'm going to check the wood in here. One of the reasons why I was so giddy is because usually I was putting wood on every hour or 30 minutes or so. And with all the valves closed, I get a precise amount of air going into there. And I've been hanging around that 238. This is the way your wood is supposed to look. Now I'm going to put another log there. But you see how it's blackened all the way around. That's great. Still watertight on that. Check this. Remember what I told you? Oh, we got about 258 temp. There it goes, it's running. Just little puffs of air. You saw that smoke. That's good smoke up there. I mean, you gotta remember it's pretty cold out here, so you're gonna get a little, but that's blue smoke. On a hot day, like around 80, 90 degrees, you wouldn't even see that. Now the great thing about the Stoker too, so far, is with the Stoker, I forgot how much I put on there, and that's important in this test. But I put quite a few on there, and it'll just keep them putting along and only burning what it needs to, only supplying just enough air it needs to. So we're going to enter into the 2nd hour, and this is what I call the witching hour. This is where the problems are going to show, or whether they have showed in the past. We'll see if Rock has fixed that. Well, it's 1:36. About 36 minutes since I last talked to you. The Stoker should be shutting this off, but I'm at 317 degrees, and it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours into the process. Temperature on the Stoker 377.1 and climbing. As you can see, nothing blocking the fan. The fan is going. We now have a high temperature alarm. The Stoker is out of control. Quick here. Target temperature 247 degrees, by the way. Apparently I made a mistake in telling you that our temperatures were 260, so we really were keeping in the proper temperature, but we have no idea why we're now at 404.8 degrees. We're going to shut the Stoker down, power up again, see if that makes any difference. All the doors are shut. Just to show a few things, there is no heat coming from here. This is cool as can be. No heat connected to the stoker at all. Alright, I've powered it up again. Temperature scan is at 345. My target temp is still 247. And the fan, I'm 100 degrees out of range, and the fan is still blowing. Well, let's review what I've learned. This is now the third time. My temperatures are over 100 degrees out of whack. I've got an alarm going off over there. So that part, the temperature part's working well. It's just the way it's connected to the blower that apparently seems to be some type of problem. I've proved that there's no blowback problem. My vents are all closed. As a matter of fact, if I turn this thing to half open, it will not even run up to that temperature. So there is a real problem. This is the third strike for the Stoker. One little last bit of confirmation. Got the sensor in, everything hooked up again. Just powered up. The fan powers up. And right now it should shut off. The reason why is because my target temperature is set at 42 degrees. Alright, so in review, somewhere around November I got the Stoker and then plugged it in. It worked, actually did the same thing that we had today, where it worked for about an hour, hour and a half, then it wouldn't shut off at all. Then we ran it through some tests afterward, and then the fan motor wouldn't turn on or off. Sent it back, sent the box back, sent the power supply, everything back to Rock. He sent it back to me after about a week, and then we tried it for the second time. The second time, the motor just quit, thereby giving Rock the impression that the blower was out. He sent me a new box, not one of these, but a new blower, excuse me. He said I still had the same box, hooked it up for the third time. Everything worked great for about an hour and a half, then quit, just like it did the first time. Or rather, it didn't quit, it just kept running the temperature up. I've also confirmed, too, that it won't shut off even when you bring everything inside. So, we're going to see what we can do with Rock. But I'll be willing to bet this may be the common culprit in all three. He may not have checked this, I don't know. But this may be the problem.